I'm Robin Stark, and this is my exhibit here at the Clark County Government Center. The name of the show is Ceremony, Events, and Monuments, and it was inspired from a trip to the San Antonio Museum of Art, where I saw a very rich collection of ceramic work, marble, stone. And the work there really inspired me in that I think it struck me there was this metaphysical quality sort of that really spoke to me. And it made me go home and ask really what I was doing with my own work. So it made me put this body of work together. The curved pieces that have a lot of the loops are really about celebration. They're about joy. They're about bringing different aspects of my life together and sort of in a smooth and joyous way. So I think maybe those curved forms come out more when I'm actually feeling really good. And the angular ones, the more blocky ones, are probably, I think they come out when I'm feeling a little more serious about things. The blockier pieces, this first group is actually called passages. And there are these sort of opposing forms that are working on a passage through the piece. And they're kind of going through, they represent going through an actual time in your life when you're passing through an event. And it could, in my case, it was a parental death. And it illustrates those stresses that come at those times. So, and the same with the blockier ones, the towers. I call them the towers. They're way back in the corner. And they are kind of, I look at those more as monuments and sort of a monument to the parent, to my father at the time. They were inspired by those big electrical pylons that you see that carry the big electrical lines. And I would pass through those all the time as I was going on my walks. And they are, to me, they represent these conduits of power. And that sort of represented, you know, that kind of told the story about my father. He was a pillar of strength for the family. And in that period of passing, his ability to do that sort of diminished. And those pieces kind of illustrate that change. And then the last one is more of a piece that kind of goes beyond those boundaries, becomes a kind of different shape. And I think it is more about that after period when someone passes. And it's almost like there's a certain relief sometimes, and maybe a freedom for that person as well as the others around him. And then this other group that's very distinct, those are the ones that are more about celebration. And sort of, you know, the personal note is they're about bringing different aspects of my life together. Ceramic pieces are very durable. They are around forever. And I think that that is something that I am looking at more and more. The thought that anything that I make is going to be here for a very long time unless it is crushed and destroyed. And so making that kind of mark and leaving it behind, I don't know, it's just making me consider about the type of marks I want to leave. So I think that's unique to clay. I would love for you to come down and see the exhibit. The show is running from now to November 10th. And the building here is usually open, I think, from 8 to 5. You can come in at any time and take a look at the work. There's banners, there's exhibit cards, and there is an index sheet over here giving you the name of all the pieces. And if you would like to experience a ceramic class, I teach at the College of Southern Nevada.